Hello to every member of our Eureka College community. I'm Shelley Schwanke, Director of Alumni Relations in the Ronald W. Reagan Society at Eureka College. Each year, I have the privilege of bringing forward the names of incredible members of our Eureka College community for consideration of honorary alumni status for our great alma mater here beneath the elms. This honor is not lightly given. The individuals who are given this status by the Board of Trustees are of the highest character and have shown unwavering commitment to Eureka through their time, talent, and treasure. It has been our tradition to honor these individuals at our annual Alumni Award Celebration dinner during Alumni Weekend each spring. The COVID-19 pandemic that hit last March changed all this. It was our hope to celebrate these individuals during homecoming this fall, but once again, the pandemic has made an in-person celebration an unsafe option. So, as with many events, we have gone virtual with this recognition. The good news is we have the opportunity to hear from these individuals directly in interviews in the links below. To see a listing of their accomplishments and commitment to Eureka College, I encourage you to visit our webpage at eureka.edu/alumni. You will see that they are most deserving of this honor. I hope you will enjoy getting to know these individuals and their commitment to Eureka College. Now, before we let you hear from our 2020 honorary alumni, Dr. Wright has some important business to attend to make this all official. Dr. Wright, I will hand it over to you.
Thank you, Shelley. Honorary alumni status is a very distinct honor that is not awarded to many. It recognizes individuals who are not Eureka College alumni, but have demonstrated a unique commitment and loyalty to the institution and given their time, talent, and treasure toward the advancement of Eureka College, its students, and its mission. I am thrilled to announce this year's honorary alumni who epitomize that level of dedication. Mr. Richard Renner of Elgin, Illinois, Mrs. Lori Pat Warden of Northridge, Ohio, and Mr. and Mrs. James and Doris Hillhouse of Memphis, Tennessee. Congratulations to you all. I am pleased to honor each of you with this well-deserved status. And on behalf of the trustees of Eureka College, the Eureka College Alumni Association, and the entire Eureka College community, I thank you for your contributions and welcome you into the ranks of our esteemed alumni.
Thank you, Dr. Wright. I now encourage our viewers to enjoy the interviews of these fine individuals. First of all, I would like to welcome you, Doris and Sunny Hillhouse, and congratulate you on your very, very much deserved award of honorary alumni status for Eureka College. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we are just so thrilled to have you become an official part of the Eureka College community. As an alumna myself, I know what a special honor that is, and there are no more deserving people that can join our ranks. So we just are really thrilled to have you
Well, we
be a part.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. We've enjoyed being associated with Eureka College.
Well, good. I can tell. And in fact, I would just kind of like to start there and find out, how did you become associated with Eureka College?
Oh gosh, it goes back years ago. My brother lives in Galesburg and has a paint factory there. And of course, we have we had a condo over in Greers Ferry, Arkansas, and that's a lake over in Arkansas in the Ozarks. And over the years, he would be talking about that he sponsored a basketball camp in Eureka College now, because he had a part-time employee that worked for him that worked at this camp. So he talked him into sponsoring that camp that year, and which the guy's name was Smithy. which I'm sure a lot of people know.
Yes.
And so he kept telling me about all these people from Illinois coming down there. And they had a place at Ozark, I mean, at the lake also. And so as time went on, Doris and I was out walking one night late in the afternoon, just walking around the condos now. And here's this curly-headed white guy head out on the back porch shelling corn or shucking corn, as we call it. And we said hi, and he said hi, and we got to talking. And it turned out to be Dave Darnell. And of course, then from then on, with Dave, we got to be real close friends. And of course, then we met a lot of the other gentlemen that were coming from Illinois, and we met Smithy. And so we went to a basketball game. I think it was the first time we went to Eureka and saw it. Now, of course, then one thing led to the other, and over the years, we just kept on and on and on, and built up a relationship with some of the best people in the world that live up there. That's friendly as all get out, and so we really enjoy the time that we come up there.
Yes, yes, you have quite a special relationship, don't you, with Coach Dave Darnell and with his wife Bonnie, who is like the winningest basketball coach of Eureka College. He's now retired, of course, but winning the 1994 national championship and all of, just making quite a name for Eureka College.
Well, that was the actual year that we met him, was in 1994. And he had just won the national championship. So
okay.
We're big basketball fans. And so when he was telling us about that, well, it naturally just fit the two of us and all talking about sports.
That night after we had met Dave, they also invited us over to their house, and we got to meet several people and had a little, wasn't really a party, but, food and stuff. And we got to meet them and get to know David better.
Little get together.
And Bonnie, yeah. And we've been friends.
I see. I believe Dave shared with me that you were quite encouraging for him to write his book, Together We Win. Is that true?
That's true. Actually, Doris and Bonnie spent a couple of days over in Arkansas proofing it and redoing it and writing it.
And I did some typing too.
Yeah, she did some typing. And I just sat back and watched them.
And we also sponsored it for him.
Wonderful. I'm so grateful for that. I have to tell you, that is a real treasure, that book is, to chronicle that incredible team, and series of teams. The whole basketball program is just it's an iconic era in Eureka College.
I've never seen a group of players or teams that has stayed so close together in such a tight-knit group as all of those teams were back then. National championship all the way back and forward both. So he keeps them close knit.
He does.
PWW party every year, and we've been to several of those, but it's amazing how the ball players gravitate toward it each year.
It's so true. It's almost as if Dave still has this magical effect on his players.
He does.
But they do. That group, they love being together, regardless of what year they graduated. And I think you, Doris and Sonny, are just such a perfect combination to join in that group. And and Eureka College has been very, very blessed by your association with the college. I know you served as a member of the board of trustees for a bit as well, didn't you?
Yes.
Sonny? Yes, we were very appreciative of your time on the board as well. And so I'll move to our next question. What are 3 things you feel proudest of when you reflect on your life and accomplishments? I know it's probably a little difficult for you to talk about yourselves in that way,
Yeah.
but I would love to hear from you about that.
Well, I guess the most important thing to me is my family. I am so proud of my family, our kids, our boys, girls, our grandson especially, that Dar sort of likes too.
Mhm.
But and then one of the other things is I'm a Christian, and I thank God that He has helped us through all these years and kept us pretty much healthy. I've been very fortunate, and I've had a lot of friends that's helped me over the years get started and make it. And we were Small Business of the Year in the tri-state county, or not county, but tri-state area around Memphis here a few years ago. And so we've been successful, and we have 3 factories, one in Memphis, one in Statesville, North Carolina, and the other one in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And we all produce the same thing, so we can help each other out when we get in binds and stuff now. But yeah, I'm very, very, very proud of the success that we've had in that, which has helped us along doing a lot of stuff like we've done with Eureka.
Sure, sure. Well, we appreciated the quality. Like I said, those stadium lights they have made us big time.
I mean, it's still working, huh?
They are still working, yeah. And not to take anything away from our football team, they've worked very hard, but it's always nice to see them under beautiful lights, and I think it inspires them to play even better. And,
Well, we've had some pitfalls too. About a year after we got started, someone broke in and set our building on fire. And the whole family jumped in. My father-in-law was a pretty good carpenter. He came in and rebuilt the office. And my brother-in-law, he's an electrician. He came in and did all the rewiring. And our boys, they helped out too. And so,
of course, my brother owns a paint company, so he supplied all the paint to repaint the whole place with. So yeah, that's what I was saying about all the help that we've had, relatives and friends.
But we never missed a day's work. Another friend let us use a space in his building, and so things just kept right on going, and we never missed a day's work.
Wow. That's really quite a circumstance to overcome, is it not?
We're very thankful for everybody. Sure.
Those kind of things, they can either kill you or make you stronger. Right. And it appears that it made you stronger. Mm-hmm. So adversity does that to a person.
It'll get you awake. It'll wake you up and get you headed in the right direction. That's for sure.
That is for sure. That really is. So what was your first and now lasting impression of Eureka College?
Well, I guess the first impression that I had, other than the very super people that you meet at Eureka, is the campus. I just love that campus. And of course, then the history that it's got, knowing that Ronald Reagan went to school there, and then seeing part of the wall that, Mr. Gorbachev tear this wall down type of thing. I said, that's very, very impressive to sit and be able to just walk up there and touch it. But here again, the faculty, the students, everybody has just been super nice since we've been coming up there. And even the alumni and a lot of the past people that has gone to school there that we met over the years.
Mm-hmm. Great. So, yes, go right ahead.
I guess the most impressive thing that we both have experienced is we went on the trip to Ireland with the school back a couple of years ago. And of course, we were with all this group the whole time for 2 weeks. And we met some previous alumni over in Ireland. And so it was very impressive to see how all of them mingled and went together and had such a great time.
Yes. I know exactly who you're talking about. Jerome Westbrook.
That's right.
Yes, Jerome I wasn't on the same trip, but I took a group of alumni years ago, and we visited with Jerome and Lois
Yeah.
as well. And what an incredible couple! And
Wow, they are very.
you know, I can also agree with you so much. And when you travel with a group, especially a group of college students on up,
Yeah.
you know, you either learn to love each other or hate each other. And thankfully, you loved each other.
We did.
We had to help each other a lot, but we made a great trip. Great.
Yes, yes. Those shared experiences really, they almost become like a family, it feels like, after
It is.
something like that. So, all right. Well, why and how do you remain engaged in Eureka? And we've touched on this a little bit, but how do you continue to support Eureka?
Well, probably one of the reasons that we do is because Dave Darnell drives us to. He won't let us. He's quiet. He's quite a person, you know. He stays with you all the time. But we just love being up there with everybody and associating with them, just like you. We've really enjoyed meeting you, and you know, so it's been an easy chore, if you call it a chore. So
Sure. Well, it's a pleasure to know you as well. And I think Eureka, you really have latched on to that, the warmth and the family feeling, you know, once you've shared an experience together, whether it's a basketball game or a trip or, you know, worked for the good of the college, it's not hard to jump on board to this, you know, wonderful campus and wonderful group of people.
once you get around the how do y'all say it, beneath the elms,
yes,
then you're stuck. You're there.
That's right. That's right. You get beneath the elms and you just feel like, wow, this is feels like home.
Yeah,
It seems homey.
it
It does. It seems homey.
Yes, yes, I agree. That's how I felt the first time I saw it too, about 35 years ago. So, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, and I know it's got its struggles right now, as all small, medium-sized colleges have with the pandemic. And of course, then people doing studying online, social distancing type stuff. It's got to affect, you know, the bottom line.
Mm-hmm. It does. It does. And you know, the thing is, we're not alone. But I think the fact that Eureka, the small, intimate nature of the campus, it has made us very nimble and able to really manage the necessary protocols and restrictions, and the student body has really responded. I think those students really crave being together, even if it's 6 feet apart and with a mask on, you know, and so they have really cooperated, and our administration has really given a lot of effort to making sure this is a safe environment for them. And so we're really thankful to have stayed in session, and we're looking forward to next semester even being better. So so I'm not going to lie. We didn't know exactly how this semester was going to go. So, but next semester we are really looking forward to. I have my fingers crossed that athletics can return and we can live stream a lot of events and keep that engagement and that spirit of Eureka going. So it will. What is the best advice you've ever received, and who did it come from?
Well, the best advice I ever received, and the most memorable one, came from my father. We're extremely close, and I would go to him back when I was growing up, and even now, I'd go to him and ask him questions and do stuff like that. And if he had an answer and all, he'd give me the answer and all. But if he knew something was really bothering me or something, he'd look me in the eye and say, "Get over it.
Move on.
Move on. Yeah, move on. Get over it."
Mhm.
And, I always
That's good
remember that.
advice.
It's good advice. Yeah.
And even after he was grown, we had at our condo in Fairfield Bay, where we met David and them. When we had it redone, and they made a real sharp edge on the countertop, and we'd bump into it. And so when his father came up and saw it, and he looked around and he said, "Well, Sonny, all I can say is get over it."
Live with it.
You know,
Yeah, it's just such a simple, that's great
Yeah.
advice, because, you can sweat the small stuff. You can let
Oh,
the
yeah.
little things pile up and make you miserable, or you can just learn to avoid that sharp edge
Mhm.
and move forward. And I think that's very,
I always remember that from him.
of course, if he knew the answer on how to help him, he would
Yeah.
tell him. But if it was
Sure.
something impossible that couldn't be fixed, get over it, son. Move on.
there you go, moving on. And that's good advice for all of us. That's
Yeah,
for
it is.
sure. So, what would you like for your legacy to be? What do you want to be remembered for?
Oh gosh. I guess for being a kind, generous person, friendly, helping people, giving people, a Christian person, with a lot of faith and peace and everything. So I think probably those things are some of the most important that I want to live. I mean, I love helping people and giving stuff to, like the college at Eureka and everything. But I don't do any of it for the awards or for recognition or anything else. Now, most of the time, I'll do it as anonymous and help. I just feel good. My heart feels good, and I know Darcy does too when we do help people like that. So I think that's probably the one thing that I want everybody to remember me by.
Sure. And I believe they will. That is,
Well, thank you.
usually those who receive awards like this are the ones never seeking
Yeah,
recognition.
I would have never dreamed this. My father's mind, I would have never thought about this. Until you sent that letter.
It was a
Wow.
joy. It was a joy to put together, and I was just very thrilled. And
Enjoy
there were- yes,
It's
Doris,
like-
you well, you two are a dynamic duo. I can't imagine you without each other.
one without the other.
I can't either.
After 44 years, we've done pretty good. So
Yes, you have, and you've made quite an impact on so many, but especially here at Eureka, you have left a large footprint, and we are very grateful. My last question is just: is there anything else you would like to share with our Eureka College family? Is there any word of wisdom or encouragement that you would like to give our Eureka College family?
gosh, I'll let Darcy answer.
Well, one of them is to get the word out about Eureka, and I'm sure y'all have probably worked on it, but you can't really say enough about it. They really need to come and experience it, and they would probably fall in love with it like we did, and y'all made it possible.
And like I said, you got one of the best recruiters in the country, and that's
Dave.
Dave Darnell.
We were in New Orleans.
Yeah, to show you how this is a good story. We were
Okay.
in New Orleans. We had actually went to one of the 94 team ball players was getting married, and we went down to the wedding with Dave and Bonnie. And of course, we went to the wedding and did all of that activity and all. But one night we walked down Bourbon Street, and we were walking, and Dave and Bonnie was walking in front of us, and we were walking a little bit behind them and everything. And this guy bumped me on the elbow and said, are you with that guy up there? And I said, well, why? I didn't want to admit it at first. And I said, why? And he says, I think I know him. And I said, really? And he said, is that Coach Darnell? And I said, yes, sir, it sure is. Now, he said, I could tell by that hair to hair on him.
It goes before
Yeah.
him.
I mean, in New Orleans, and of course, then he went running up there and they talked for 15 minutes now, So,
Sure,
yeah, he's well known, that's for sure. So,
he is.
So,
Very
um,
memorable.
yeah.
What was that?
I said, so is everybody up there. They're very memorable.
Oh,
You know,
well, thank you.
Good
Thank you
warm
so
people.
much. Well, I feel very blessed to have graduated from Eureka and to have worked here and to get to meet people like you and enjoy the wonderful things that Eureka has to offer together. It's certainly not work. It's a joy and a passion. And so well, thank you so much.
Well,
And
thank you.
congratulations again on this wonderful award.
It's great seeing you again. and
Yes,
talking with you.
it's very good to see you too. And I hope we can see each other in person again.
That's
I do
right.
too.
I do too.